This is the homework for 276, 77, A, B, and C, 78, A and B, 79, 80, B, and C. Problem 276. You need to translate the equation map into an equation. Remember that the double line represents equals. So on the left side, we have two positives and two negative x's. And then in the negative region, or opposite region, I have four positives and a negative x. Equals, and now we go to the right side of the equation, we have two positives, three negatives, and in the negative region, we have a positive x and a negative 2. Each statement is true or false. So we have negative 19 plus 7. So we know we're going to have more negatives than positives. And on the right side, we have a negative 7 and positive 19. So the right side, we know we're going to have more positives than negatives. But negative 19 plus 7 equals negative 12. More negatives than positives. Signs are opposite, so you subtract. 19 minus 7 is 12, so it's negative 12. Here is 19 minus 7 is a positive 12. So these do not equal. It's not true. 277b, 4/5 multiplied by 1 equals 4/5. And that is true because of the identity property of multiplication. Any number multiplied by 1 is going to be itself, and that's the identity property of multiplication. 277c, we have 3/2 multiplied by 2/3 equals 1. Well, that is true because that's the inverse property of multiplication. Problem 278. You need to simplify each expression as much as possible. So for A, we have the like terms. So I use different colors to group the like terms. It makes it really easy to see, and also you're less likely to miss one of the terms. So I have negative 7x plus 5. I have more negatives than positives, so I know it's going to be a negative x. It's going to be a negative, and signs are opposite, so I subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2, so it's a negative 2x. 3y minus y is 2y, and then I have positive 3. Problem 278b, I first need to do distributive property. I need to distribute this negative to this term inside the parentheses. So the opposite of a negative 5x is a positive 5x. Now I group the like terms, colored all the x's orange, the units green, and then x squared blue. I only have one x squared, so there are no other like terms, so I have 2x squared. Then 5x minus 2x is 3x, 7 minus 1 is 6. Problem 279, I needed to plot the points 0, 0, here's 0, 0 at the origin, 3, 2, so that's 3 on the x, 2 on the y, and 6, 4, 6 on the x, 4 on the y. Now I needed to plot 3 more points on that same line, so I connected these points, I drew a line through these 3 points. And anywhere along this line where it meets the lattice points, where they intersect, the x and y intersect, and these are called lattice points, I could put a point there. So here at negative 3, negative 2, and here at negative 6 and negative 4, and I have positive 9 and positive 6 are 3 additional points. For 280, you need to evaluate the expressions for the given values. So here I have m equals 7, so I'm going to substitute m with 7 and n with 3. And I put these in parentheses. So here I have 6 multiplied by 7 is 42. Order of operations, remember, do inside the parentheses first. So I have actually exponents within the parentheses are grouping symbols. 3 squared is 9. Remember, it's not 6. 3 squared means 3 times 3, which is 9. And then now I do multiplication and division from left to right. I cannot add first. I need to do multiplication and division from left to right. So I have 2 multiplied by 9 is 18. Now add 42 plus 18 equals 60. For b, I have 5 multiplied by x. Well, x equals negative 18, so I'm going to substitute x with negative 18. And now I have 5 multiplied by negative 18 equals negative 90. Negative 90 divided by 3. Negative divided by positive is going to be a negative. So negative 90 divided by 3 is negative 30. Negative 30 and minus 2 is negative 32. Problem 280c, I have to substitute x with 10 for this term and x with 10 for this term. So now I have 6 multiplied by 10 and x over 5. Now I have 10 over 5. So I'm going to follow order of operations for GEMDAS, grouping symbols first. So 6 multiplied by 10 is 60. And then 10 divided by 5 is 2. Now 60 squared equals 3,600 minus 2 equals 3,598.